You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome along. Today we're looking at how fast the crypto world is changing. Not just the tech side, but how traditional finance, even regulators, are getting involved in some pretty surprising ways. We've sifted through a lot of recent updates, market stuff, new innovations, rule changes to kind of pull out the key trends and give you the real picture. So let's start with the big banks, because honestly, it's striking how quickly they seem to be embracing digital assets now. JPMorgan Chase, for instance. They're getting quite serious about stablecoins. They're even working on their own thing, a deposit coin. Is this like a genuine belief in crypto's potential, or is it more about not getting left behind by all the fintech players?
That's a million-dollar question, isn't it? Look, it's definitely partly defensive. They need to modernize how money moves to compete. But it also shows they see the real efficiency benefits of blockchain. A deposit coin is basically just their customers' deposits, but tokenized, living on a blockchain, means instant settlement, programmable money, much faster and cheaper than, the old ACH or Swift rails.
Right.
And what's interesting here is it's not just JPM. You've got Citigroup looking at very similar things. Stablecoins, tokenized deposits, moving assets instantly between their global offices. They're really aiming for solutions that are compliant from day one, built for serious scale.
Okay, compliance. That brings us neatly to the regulatory side in the U.S. Things seem to be moving there, too. The House just pushed forward some key crypto bills. One is the Genius Act, that's a stablecoin framework, already passed the Senate, might even land on President Trump's desk. And there's the broader clarity bill trying to sort out who does what between the SEC and the CFTC. It passed, but it was close, right? 215 to 211. Shows there's still debate.
Absolutely. And if we connect that Genius Act back to the banks, well, it's basically designed to give banks clearer rules of the road. It helps them offer these real-time cross-border digital payments with compliance baked in. It's a pretty big shift, integrating crypto's efficiency into the regulated financial system.
And maybe another sign Wall Street's warming up Grayscale. They've apparently confidentially filed draft IPO paperwork with the SEC. Ah, interesting.
Yeah, positioning themselves as a major U.S. crypto listing, maybe banking on a more pro-crypto administration as they see it, definitely shows growing appetite in traditional markets.
It does. It really does.
But while Wall Street figures things out, the really cutting-edge stuff often comes from the crypto natives. Here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Look at Base. They're talking about their next chapter, moving beyond just being another blockchain to becoming a whole open stack.
Expanding the vision.
Exactly. New features like making their chain 10 times faster, like 200 millisecond block times. And this Base app idea, basically turning Coinbase Wallet into a kind of social platform where, get this, every post is a coin. So creators can earn directly, instantly.
That's fascinating. Social and finance blurring.
Right. And they've got Base Account for easier sign-in everywhere and Base Pay using USDC for checkouts. They landed a huge partnership with Shopify, too.
Oh, yeah. Bringing crypto payments to potentially millions of merchants. With 1% cash back, that's real-world usage starting to scale. And it's not just payments. Delphi Digital just launched Delphi Intelligence, an AI research platform, shows that growing link between crypto and AI everyone's talking about.
Well, all this innovation, it brings up that fundamental question, why does crypto actually matter? What's the point of all this? And I think beyond the tech specs, it comes down to a few core things. Enabling money that's borderless and can't be easily messed with. True digital ownership, owning your data, your assets online. Preserving culture in a way that resists censorship, powering new kinds of online work like reputation-based gig economies, reducing the power of financial gatekeepers, and just fostering these open systems where people can experiment to maybe find, collective truths. These are kind of profound shifts, not just tech upgrades.
That's a great summary. And it feels like the market itself is evolving alongside the tech and the regulation. It's maturing. People talk about speculative maturity or the final meta. The idea that maybe long-term crypto folks are learning to ride the big waves, the consensus narratives, instead of always trying to be the contrarian.
Yeah, it's like a learning curve for the whole space. What's fascinating is you see this kind of pendulum swing. It used to swing wildly between just pure chaotic speculation and then periods of focused building around a story, a narrative. But now it feels like there's this refinement happening, a collective drift towards tokens that are actually tied to revenue.
Okay, revenue-oriented tokens. What does that mean practically?
Things with real mechanics built in, like the project makes money and it automatically uses that to buy back its own token or distribute earnings to holders, like owning a small piece of a digital business that pays you. It builds a more, well, sustainable foundation for value on-chain, moving beyond just hype cycles.
Right, makes sense. So quite a landscape we've covered then. You've got the big banks stepping in, clearer regulations starting to form, really innovative apps pushing boundaries, and a market that's, well, growing up.
So I guess the question for you listening is, what does all this mean for you? How might these big shifts in finance, in digital interaction, change things? Think about what new kinds of ownership or collaboration or just value creation become possible when the underlying systems are transparent and programmable like this. What new industries pop up? How might your digital life look different in a few years?
Definitely some big questions to ponder. Keep exploring, keep thinking, and we'll catch you next time as we unpack what's driving the future.
Spoken Tech for your ears.